Panther Nation, what's good? This is Two Fans in the Stands. I am CJ.
And I'm your boy, Tony.
And the fourth day of training camp is a wrap, okay? But today was a little more interesting than the other days because the pads are on today.
Yes,
the pads were on today. So it was a little bit of hitting going on.
A little clacking.
Yeah, a little bit. not too much. You know, not nothing to go ooh and all over. But It was definitely a good feeling and a different vibe to see them out there with the pads on.
Yes, sir.
So Tony, what did you take out of training camp practice today?
Well, for me, my focus was primarily watching the trenches, the offensive and defensive lines. I just wanted to see how those guys moved. I wanted to see what kind of pressure the defense could put on the offense. I wanted to see if the offensive line could sustain that pressure. So I wanted to see the one-on-one drills as well. I wanted to see what Brian Burns and Icky would look like, one-on-one. You saw a lot of shot tuttle against Bradley Bozeman and Justin McCoy at center. You also saw Amari Barno come in and spell Brian Burns a lot. And you saw him matched up against Cameron Irvin. And Cameron Irvin was playing left tackle and right tackle. So just watching those guys, just seeing the one-on-one, but like we said, primarily the 11-on-11 with the pads on. Seeing what that 3-4 defensive alignment is going to look like. So that was my main focus, because my main thing is wanting to see what the offense is going to gel like, even with Austin Corbett not in there. Now we know the offensive line came along, I think after week 5 last year, when they put Bradley Bozeman in the lineup. So that continuity in the offensive line. So you got both of your tackles, left and right, Bradley Bozeman in the middle, and you got Brady Christian at left guard. So really the only, I guess you could say the weak spot of the offensive line now is right guard, since Austin Corbett ain't there. So I wanted to see what K Mays would do. And they had some good contact, but overall, I think it was a good first day of pass. What about you?
I just wanted to mention something on the line that you were talking about. Big Shy Tuttle. I think he's going to be a problem. I think it was one play where he had, somebody who I've been advocating for, and somebody who Tony has been a little bit in on, wanting to see him get his weight up. But in this situation, I'm going to have to say, if Tony would have saw what I saw, he'd probably be like, see, I told you. But I think Shy Tuttle had Brady Christensen and was taking him to the woodshed. I mean, it was a play. All I saw was 99 going straight that way. And Brady was back there like this, just holding on for dear life. But
that's a problem.
Yeah, that's a problem.
Yeah, I'm glad I did see that.
I mean, that is a problem. But this is training camp. Right. They got to get back into it, get acclimated. This is the first day with pads. It's still hot as hell down there. So I'm gonna give him a little bit of slack. But I'm mad I didn't get that on video, because I mean, like, he started off in Arkansas. By the time he was finished, he was in Rhode Island, buddy. I mean, he took him across the country. And I was like, ooh, no, that was not a good play.
Rhode Island, though?
Rhode Island, boy. I'm telling you. Hey.
So CJ, what did you see? What were you focused on today?
Well, I was kind of focused on the offense, the wide receivers, running backs, with offense in general. They started off with a lot of special teams plays. They were doing punt returns. Yeah. And it was funny because this is the first time I've been to camp. So you would see them hike the ball to the kicker, or Johnny Hecker, and then the jug machine would go off. Yeah. that got me for a second.
That threw me off too. I'm like, damn, that's a pretty sparrow ball. Make you go to the exact location. I was like, that'd be good.
Yo, let me tell you, it took me about 5 minutes before I figured out what was going on too, because I'm thinking the same thing. I'm like, damn, those are perfect spirals, and they going to the same spot every single time.
But how I caught on, but how I caught on, I didn't hear no thump. I was like, where's the ball coming from? Because I'm not hearing it come off his foot. Yeah. I was looking for the thump, and I didn't hear no thump. So yeah.
I heard a little bit. You could hear the jug machine kind of go. Just ever so slightly. Who else did we see out there on punt? LaVisca. I think Laviska was
and Gary Jennings, number 86. Yeah.
And speaking of Laviska and the offense, he lined up in the backfield again today. You know, I do got a clip of him getting the handoff and actually making a really good play. So I think this kind of, if we had any doubts before, I think it kind of confirms that Laviska will be used more, and more so in that, you know, Deebo Samuel-esque type role. And we were talking just now, you know, it wouldn't surprise us if he ended up switching to running back. Now I know that's a lot to say, you know, don't quote us on that, but you know, like I always say, you never know. I mean, what is he, 6'2", 230?
Yeah.
I mean, that's a big back. So
yeah,
we'll see. But there was another Terrace Marshall Jr. sighting out there for everybody who feels like he hasn't done anything in camp. He made a few plays. Adam Thielen, as usual, made a few plays. And another thing, what's becoming a pretty much a given every practice so far, there is a deep pass to DJ Chark. Yes. Bryce Young hit DJ Chark again for another lovely over-the-shoulder, acrobatic, not back easy
throw,
back.
I don't know what you call it, but it was in the perfect place, and DJ Chark made the perfect adjustment.
Sure
and
did.
It was pretty. It was pretty. It was a beautiful thing to see. But I think the player of the day goes to Raheem Blackshear.
Yes, and I'm mad because I put my phone down. I was like, okay, Bryce, they switching out. Dalton's in the game now. So I said, let me put my phone down and watch this play. And then Dalton goes back. So Blackshear goes out wide.
Goes in motion.
Yeah, he goes in motion to the right. What's his name? Gruger Hill.
Yeah, Gruger Hill.
He comes out, picks him up. Man, let me tell you, Blackshear shook him right out of his shoes. Yeah. And Andy Dalton lobbed that ball up. And you know the crazy thing
That's the best throw he had
It's the best throw he had his whole camp.
Yeah.
But you know what it reminded me of? What? It reminded me of Brady and Mike Evans. If y'all remember that game, that's exactly what it looked like. Yeah, I hate to bring that up, but that's exactly what it looked like.
I hate that you brought that up too.
But to be honest with you, though, it seemed like today's focus was really on the running backs. There were a ton of running plays. Chuba Hubbard had good runs. Spencer Brown had good runs. Blackshear had good runs. Yeah. Miles Sanders had good runs. Yeah. Hell, like we said, Laviska Shenault had a couple good runs.
Right up the gut.
Yeah. And you heard Deuce Staley back there. That's what I'm talking about. That's what I mean. You know, just talking his whole line of jump. When he get going, you can hear him over everybody.
Fun fact, I think you can hear Deuce Staley every damn play. I don't care whether it's bad or good. Somebody getting the smoke. Whether if the running backs made a good play, he give it to Devon Bell.
Yeah.
Please understand, him and Von Bell, they got a thing for this preseason. That's they back and forth. If the running backs mess up, he gonna give it to the running backs. But I promise you can hear him above anybody else during practice. Like you hear nothing from Frank Wright, nothing from Evero, but Deuce Staley, he got that energy, man. He got that energy.
And let me tell you, they also had a section or a segment where it was offensive versus defensive line. Then you had cornerbacks versus wide receivers, and you had the running backs versus the linebackers.
Yeah.
Now I gotta say, I don't want to jinx anything. Don't want to be premature, but I'm hoping that our linebacker group is going to be a lot better than what we probably gave them credit for. To start with. Yeah. I think the depth might be a little bit better than what we originally thought. But all I know is there's one play, and I hope I got it on tape. But Shaq Thompson went up against, I think it was Miles Sanders.
Yes.
And I mean, grabbed him and slung him all the way out in the parking lot.
Yes.
And kept right on going. I don't think Deuce was too happy with Sanders on that one.
I don't think.
But Shaq Thompson and Frankie Louvu definitely look good in those drills.
But the running backs, to get to their credit, they did a pretty good job as far as pass protecting.
Yeah.
Especially Chuba Hubbard. You heard Deuce Staley giving Chuba Hubbard. Excuse me. You heard Deuce Staley giving Chuba Hubbard a lot of praise for his pass protection skills. And if you didn't know, I haven't been paying attention, Chuba Hubbard has gained some weight.
Yeah.
Chuba Hubbard is at least about 225, at least.
Yeah, and it looked like he's made a point of showing everybody that he's gained weight too.
Yeah, because he bringing some thunder out there.
Yeah.
He is not shying away from contact. He's definitely running hard downhill. So so far so good.
Yeah, and again, the defense was bringing the heat when they got to 11 on 11s.
Yeah.
They were bringing pressure. Bryce got sacked a couple times, and there was some plays where the play is over. You know, because obviously they can't hit the quarterbacks. But he did throw one interception, but it was kind of after that play was over with, and he just lobbed one up, and Frankie Louvu got it. So, you know, if you hear anybody mention, oh, he threw another interception, I wouldn't even worry about that one. Like I said, the play was over, and he just lobbed it up. So
yeah, exactly.
Yeah. But
that's
overall,
the full story, folks.
Yeah, it is. But overall, another great day at training camp. It's still hot as hell out there. So if you're thinking about coming for any of the days that's left, be safe, stay hydrated, and just have fun.
Yeah.
But Tony, you got anything you want to say?
No. Hey, we're just looking forward to tomorrow's day's practice, and then Wednesday night, looking forward to FanFest.
Yep. Oh, you know what? I do got one more thing before we get out of here. I want to mention. We saw another one of our subscribers today. And it was funny because we were kind of packing up, and I see somebody come up, CJ, and I ain't gonna lie, I looked up, I was like, huh? And then you know, and
B. Amos.
B. Amos, yeah. And it was funny because he was like, hey man, you know, I'll be in your comments. And you know, we don't know a lot of you guys by like name. So I was like, well, what's your chat name? He was like, B. Amos. And I was like, oh, because you know, we talk to him all the time.
Shout out B. Amos.
Shout out B. Amos. He had his son with him. I can't remember his name. I think it started with a K. But shout out to him and his son. I'm gonna throw the picture up here. But you know, we thank y'all for the interactions. Trust me, this is a new thing to me, especially maybe Tony too.
Yeah.
You know, people recognize coming up to us, say, hey. But it's a good thing though. I like it. So if anybody is at camp and y'all see us, hey, come holler at us. You know, we like to meet you and get to know everybody to watch our videos.
All right.
But on that note, everybody, we'll be back at practice tomorrow. We'll be at FanFest on Wednesday. And as always, if you haven't already, please hit that like button, subscribe, turn those post notification bells so you know when our videos come out. We appreciate all love and support. Keep pounding.